I don't know what happened there, but it looks like my stream froze. There we go. All right. Let's try that. Let's turn Frank back on. Oh, turning Frank on. I don't know how long the stream was frozen, so. This is like Kung Fu Panda music. I want to like that show. I do like that show. I do. I just can't stand Jack Black. Alright, Kung Fu Panda music is over. Alright, which way is that going? Straight down. Alright. Uh-oh. Out of here. This is the kind of slow, sleepy music that I can't stand. I need to find a way to like filter this out. Let's see here. Let's try that. Let's give it the old thumbs down. Not because it's bad music or anything. Just I like upbeat, lively stuff. You know. Come here. Maybe I'll go live like really early in the morning tomorrow morning. Who's up at 6 o'clock on a Saturday morning? Inquiring minds want to know. Like those are got to be the worst times to stream, right? No one's up at that time, and no one watches. A few people watch streams late at night, but starting at 9 o'clock Central Time is a really bad time to get started. After most of the East Coast is in bed when I get started at 9. The West Coast isn't settled down. Not enough to watch a stream. I would choose a different time. But during the week, I've got to have my kid in bed by 8 o'clock. And he usually likes to dilly-dally, and I don't like to start streaming before he's asleep because he likes to come downstairs and tell me how he can't sleep, and he needs a hug, and I've got to stop what I'm doing, go give him some attention, and then come back to streaming. So I like to make sure that he's nice and asleep before I even think about coming downstairs. He's up tonight, but that's because he'll be up, well, he should be in bed now, but he got to stay up a little later because it's Saturday. Which, I don't know what the point was of starting that, right? Letting a kid stay up because it's Saturday. I mean, when I grew up, I got to stay up on Fridays and Saturdays. Sorry, I don't know what day it is. But I also slept through the night. And I slept in. My kid will be up at probably around 4:30, 5 o'clock tomorrow morning, which is about the time I'll get up. I'll get my coffee and I'll come down here. I'll make a bunch of noise while everyone else is sleeping that they can't hear. Alright, I'm liking that. Looking pretty good so far. I can't wait to get all of the gold and silver outlined in black. I think that is going to make it really pop. Especially when you have areas like here where you don't know which strand of gold is going where, right? I think the black's really gonna bring that out. I'm excited. I'm not excited to order more rings for this project, but it'll be fine. I no longer care what the colors look like, you know, how they don't match. I just want to get this project finished and move on. And then get it hung on my wall somewhere down here. I have all the accoutrements to hang the Shamu inlay out of the engineered plastic rings from TRL. And I haven't done that yet because I've been busy patching up holes in walls and trying to match paint. And that I've been less than successful on that. So I'm trying to decide what to do next. Do I want to hang more stuff up and put more holes in the wall right now? Or do I want to get the walls in a condition where I'm happy with them, where the color is either covered up by 70s shag carpet, is an option, or some ornamental wooden boards. I don't know if I have a lot of time to figure this out, so paint's gonna be first. Holes in walls is Probably gonna have to wait for a while before I hang anything else. Not too keen on marking up the place any more than it's already been. Because I don't know what the future holds. What happened there? Did I skip a ring? Good. What in the world? Oh, I see. Oh. Phone's blowing up over here. I get all kinds of notifications all day and night long. Almost never anything important. Like, I get notifications when the price of Bitcoin goes up. I get notifications when someone at my kid's school comes down with COVID. And that's like every day, right? Every day someone tests positive or something. I don't know how they run it. I'm like, well, I don't care at this point. Okay. They sent out a notification. Even today, they said my son had a near exposure, and it's like, okay. And and I guess they've had a number. It's been going throughout the school pretty heavily. And so they're going to take Tuesday off next week. Because Monday's Martin Luther King Day. They're like, we'll just take Tuesday off, try and give everyone a break from school and see if that helps with, see if that gives everyone a chance to heal up at home a little bit. Like, alright, well, Tuesday I'm gonna have to switch around all my patients and see them on a different day. So that I can keep my kid home. So it's kind of, I don't know. They can take a day off, I guess. Hopefully it helps. It's just mildly inconveniencing. I'm sure. Is it 4-1? No, it's 6-1. Hi, Rogley. Getting more people from Twitch lately. It is European 6-1. It's just like 4-1, except 2 more rings. I'm working on a large inlay that has been sitting around for far too long that I would like to try and finish someday. And it's much larger than I anticipated. So yeah. Kid gets a 4-day weekend. I gotta juggle my patients next week. If I still work there. I'm expecting well, I guess Tuesday would be the first day that legal gets back from the holiday weekend, so I'm expecting an email on Tuesday. telling everyone that looks beautiful. Have not tried 61 yourself yet? Thank you. Give me a second here. I'll show you the whole thing. You can kind of tell what it is with this camera. Let's see here. So that's what I'm making, right, is an inlay of this image, right? And Finnegan's Wake is a bar in Alexandria, Louisiana that I frequented while I was in the military and stationed at Fort Polk. And you can kind of see, I'm going to outline these letters in black so that you can see them better against the gold. But you can kind of see the letters, and it says Finnegan's across the bottom here with some golden, I'd call it knotwork, but it's like, it's not knotwork, but it does kind of look like knotwork, I guess. Whoa. Let go. So, and this is about a third of the whole project so far, and I'm just working on this little corner down here. And none of my rings match. All my greens are different colors, and all my golds are different colors, and I'm just trying to finish it up before I die. Excuse me. I'm very poor at planning things out. I'm better than I was now, but 10, 15 years ago, whenever this was started, I did not order all the rings in the same batch, and so all the rings are a different color. I did not know how many rings I would need. And so I find that even after looking at all the rings I have on hand now, I'm going to run out. I'm gonna have to order some more to finish it. Which I'm fine with. I'm just surprised. Good to have a goal. Yeah, just finish it before I die. It won't take me that long. I'll have this, if I keep working on it, I'll have it done this year. An hour a day. I come downstairs and I work from 9 to 10 most nights. And in an hour a day, oh Jesus, I've gotten a tremendous amount of work done already. I started streaming November of 2019, just as a means of holding myself accountable. It's like, okay, I've got to go stream so that other people will expect me to be here and they can keep up with me as I progress through these projects, and I can introduce new people to Chainmail, and I can also get a lot of work done. So that was the whole goal. It's kind of worked. Planning to do something similar with one of your emos so that it gives you some perspective. Nice. Oh, yeah. What kind of emote? you're working on it, you know, maybe it's top secret. You don't have to. Don't feel pressured. Hearts and stuff? Okay. Now, is it hearts and stuff, or is that, like... Explain to me what an emote is. Is that an emote? Because that's what I was thinking. But since you're working on an emote, I'm not so sure I know what I'm talking about. Nope, I need gold rings now. Excuse me. Actually, it's kind of looking like the picture a little bit. Do I need to start bringing it back around? Like the next row down. There's actually a fairly significant gap between the first word and the second word. And that's when I realized how much more I had to go. That's when I realized that I was going to run out of rings, and quickly. Okay, that is the emote. You were planning to make it in chainmail to hang on your wall? Nice. That's awesome. You should totally do that. Excuse me. After freehanding this inlay and a Raiders flag inlay, I don't know how much experience you have or anything, but I highly recommend planning it out first so that you know exactly how many rings you'll need and whatnot. Don't be like me and just try and throw it together. I don't recommend doing that. I have the worst tickle in my throat for some reason. Alright, video game music. You're fighting a boss in Mega Man. God. I got the little Nintendo, what's it called? Like a Nintendo, but it's smaller than the original, and it's got a bunch of games on it, but... Oh, what's it called? Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's the new old Nintendo, right? I've got that. And I have Mega Man 2 on there, I think. I should go play that. I don't play many video games. Like, played video games as a kid, and I started reading. I read compulsively for many years. Then I went to college and I stopped reading. And then, while I was reading, I was also making chainmail from a young age. And at some point, retro, the little retro console, yeah, I got that one. I just never went back to playing video games at all. Like, they're fun, but I'd rather sit here and make some chainmail. Honestly. Oh, man. Maybe. I remember playing that game as a kid and having to go beat Woodman first to get the flying saw blades or something. One new follower. Rogally is now following the stream. Thank you. Appreciate the follow. Huh. I really hope that my VA claims go through. Despite all the problems with work and having to find a new job and whatnot, I could really use a little bit of extra money to go get a better camera setup. That would make me extraordinarily happy. Come here. Because right now, I appreciate it. Really do. Right now I'm fighting for desk space because I need the camera back far enough to see what I'm working on, but the angle is just all wrong. New camera and some LED lights. And a green screen. I want a green screen too. Get that set up. Okay, at some point in here there is going to be some gold. Where does that line up with? Right, actually right about here. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is this. This ran. And it kind of just like comes up and takes a left, or takes a right. Probably could have been added to the previous row as well. You totally get that? You have about 1.5 feet of usable space on your desk for work. Everything else is set up for filming and whatnot. Yeah. Yep. Let's see here. Sorry, I gotta look at this real quick. Where am I looking? That, and then that comes over here. Or was like straight down. Okay. And this. Kinda. Okay. Alright, I know what I'm gonna do. Come here. No. No, I do not want to install now. Hang on, let's see if this helps. Sometimes when I get a cough that won't go away, taking a hit off the old inhaler is a real good way to get rid of it. Thanks, asthma. Appreciate the lung dysfunction. Fortunately, there's nothing down here in the basement that I'm allergic to, right? So, I do remember over the summer I was having a really bad time. I would come down here and I would start sneezing. That I don't know if that was like a mold issue or what. And more music that makes me want to go play video games. Let's pick these out. We're gonna put in some gold. Just 3? No. Like, yeah, okay. I almost want to take out the rest of this row. I screwed up. Now to put these all in here. Alright. This is why you don't freehand inlays. You end up redoing a lot of stuff that you shouldn't have to. Allergies suck. Yeah, they do. Mine haven't, you know, knock on something that's wood. They haven't been terrible lately. But I had horrible allergies for a while. There's this stuff called mountain cedar. Is that what it's called? Type of fir tree in Texas, or cedar tree in Texas. I have never had allergies so severe as when I lived there. So what were we talking about? Oh, desk space and stream upgrades, and I want to get to where I can get all my digital designs popping up behind me as opposed to the tapestry I have behind me. Like, don't get me wrong, I love the tapestry, but you're lucky and smart enough to have allergies to dust and work in a warehouse. I think that infrequent background changes would be a big bonus. Yeah, I really get going when I clean the house. Dust isn't a friend of mine either, but I can recover from that. Cats will kill me. Several types of dogs will kill me. Dogs that have oils in their skin, that have like hair instead of fur, or maybe it's fur instead of hair, I don't know. Whichever one it is. Kills me. Okay. Not 100% sure if this is the way I want this to go, but we can always fix it later. I don't like the way it looks. You can see that the green screen idea sounds cool. You have one to stop using it due to space constraints. Yeah, I'm in like, I have no idea how to set them up, right? This is, oh, this whole space, actually, I'm about 5 feet wide, right, from this wall to that wall, and I don't know, maybe 10 feet deep. And it's just kind of this part that's been sectioned off in the basement It's a really bad idea to have this space here. My washer and dryer should be right here, and I should be where the washer and dryer are. But what do I know about building basements that are useful? Because that's the outside wall right there, and my washer and dryer, my dryer specifically, is about another 15 feet that way, right? It's awesome. My dryer exhaust pipe goes from the bottom of the dryer all the way up to the ceiling, down around a corner outside of the house. It's like 30 feet. It's ridiculous. I don't know who finished this basement, but I would love to give them a piece of my mind. And I would love to have the money to have it changed. Maybe one day. Actually, almost. Oh, that's not where I want. Can't tell if I want to keep this 2 rows wide or 3. I'm thinking 2. It looks like an epic project. Thank you. Wow, that's a terrible sign. The less venting, the better. Yeah. It is an insane pain to clean the vent line. Hi, Blue Melody. How are you tonight? Let's see here. And it is a pretty epic project. I will pause a moment, see if we can... This is what I'm working on. Is this image right here? It's a bar in Alexandria, Louisiana that I drank all my tears away while I was in the army. Art by Eddie is now following. Art by Addy. Thank you for the follow, Art by Addy. So this is the Finnegans across the front here. And you can kind of see the silver letters against the gold. Thank you for the follow, Blue Melody. I do appreciate it. And I just did this apostrophe the other night, and I'm so happy with how it came out. So yeah, I have no idea how many rings this is. I'll do a total count when I'm done of all the rings. I'm not going to try and figure out like how many gold, how many green, how many silver, and whatnot. Just a final total count. So it will end up being my largest project to date. So how will I do a final count? I will count the number of rows on the length and width, and then just multiply them. That'll give me a total number of rings. All my rings are tangled up now. But I have shirts that have 25,000 rings in them. Amazing, thank you. That's awesome, thank you so much. It's over a decade old, and it's been waiting to be finished. I got really angsty about it a long time ago because I didn't think I had the skill set to just sit here and weave it all out. Even though I had done like all the letters and all, like this first half, I've only added a little bit since I started working on it again the other night, right? So I did all that and then thought, oh, I can't do that, it's too hard, right? But then also the ring colors, none of the greens match, none of the golds match, right? So I got really frustrated by that, and I ended up letting the project sit for way too long. And it's part of the reason why I'm streaming, is because I have a lot of half-finished projects laying around that need dedicated time. Excuse me. So, you're not calm enough for doing something like this? It's a very calming thing. It's not. Okay, let me rephrase. You're very active when you're working on it. It's not, I don't know. Your mouth's free to do and say whatever you want, and then your hands are working. So Art by Addie's drawing a Skeletor. Cool. Okay, let me do that real quick. How did... Alright, I will have to go back once the stream is over. Alright, so... Chainmail itself can be taunting to do, but it looks like hell to follow sometimes. Yeah. Oh, that ring's broke. These are anodized aluminum. So there's a thin coating of, I think it's like dye applied by electricity with aluminum. Titanium and niobium anodizing works different, right? You run a current through it and expose it to, oh, I forget, some kind of water. And the water has an ingredient, I forget what it is, but anodizing aluminum takes electricity and dye, if I'm not mistaken, right? And sometimes, I don't know what it does to the ring, but it makes it really brittle and they just fall apart in your hands. Hey Barb, how you doing? We wouldn't even try it, looks too hard. It's, I don't know. I've been doing it for a really long time. And there are definitely some hard things. But it's a really quick learning curve to get the basics down, and it's a really quick learning curve to go from the basics to making something like this. So I estimate that I've done over 1 million rings at this point. And if I haven't hit 1 million, then I'm really close. Who am I talking to? There's a bunch of people over on Twitch that have been hanging out. Barb? Half Persian and knots are a major pain. Yes, they are. Getting half Persian started, I never start it right. And then I turn around and after like the 4th or 5th edition, it starts being half Persian 4-in-1. And I go back and undo where I started. That's how I've always started half Persian 4-in-1. 3-in-1 I can do without a problem. Full Persian, no problem. There's some variants that go on from there that are a bit more difficult. Hell, you scrub with full Persian all the time, and that's the easiest of the two. Yeah. I've got another large project going here. All right, so this chain of full Persian, 20, or it's what ring size is? It's 20 gauge something. I forget what size it is. I never wrote it down, but this is like 4 feet, little over 4 feet of chain, and these are all the rings that go with it. This is a nearly full Hillshire Farms Go Meat lunch meat tin. Don't know if you have those where you're from. But yeah, this is probably going to end up being a somewhere between 20 and 30 foot chain that I'm going to use. I'm going to use one long chain, and I'm going to weave it like a rope, kind of like a sailor's knot of some kind, through a one of those big craft rings, and try and make a piece of wall art with it. Byzantine is easy and fun when you get the idea of it out. I love Byzantine. It's one of my favorite weaves. I did a bunch of bottle wraps with like Byzantine hexagons, and then my favorite one was it's a large, I think it's 32-ounce Bubba coffee cup that has interwoven Byzantine hexagons on it. That was a fun project. Yeah. Yeah. If you give me a second, I can run and grab an example of what I'm talking about. Want to see it? They're just right over here. Oh. Okay. So, how to get this all on camera? Maybe just use the front cam. Hang on. Okay. Maybe we can get some light up here. No? These are Byzantine hexagons that go all the way over this bottle. Right, and I did like 4 or 5 of these. They're pretty fun. Trying to use up rings. And then this is the coffee cup. I think I can get a close-up of this on the... Right, so these are... The black rings are all connected. They're not connected to the stainless steel rings. Well, okay, they're all stainless steel. So the black and stainless steel and the regular stainless, the gray stainless steel, are not connected in any way except that these hexagons are interwoven through each other, right? So this is what you can do with Byzantine. People think like it's a starter weave and it's really basic. I don't know. I've had a lot of fun with it over the years. Right, and then of course if you take this and it's full of coffee and you hit someone in the face with it, they're probably gonna have a bad time. So, thank you guys. We're gonna have some Dragons Back and Viper Weave bracelets for MS awareness. Cool. Rugley's going live in the next hour. Cool. Alright. Let me set these aside. Oh, God. I got a whole wall of stuff I've done over that way. If I spent... I could spend an hour showing everyone. Put it that way. But then I'd never get any work done. Alright. This needs one more green ring at least. Maybe two. Yeah, now that... Let's see here. Oh, it only lets me do... Yeah, okay. I'll have to go and figure out how to follow you guys one by one. No, I'm gonna need this ring. Can't do it from a phone. Oh, ha! Sorry, guys. Need a dedicated overhead camera. I'm just gonna be finishing up this row, and then it'll probably be, what time is it? 10:15. I did have 2 parts to this stream tonight, so that was fun. I don't know how long I was frozen for, but yeah, I do it all the time too. Or my favorite is when I've got my face camera on, and I'll be sitting here working on something, you know, looking at the screen, talking to myself, responding to people's comments and whatnot, and it's like, they can't see what I'm doing at all. It's great. It's real professional streaming, you know what I mean? I'm a pro. Ooh, that's nice. I like that. Might need... Nah. Oh, but my face is cute. Thank you. Appreciate that. Curve that back around. And then... Come on. Go. Get in there. Blue's constantly yelling at you that people can't see anything. Uh-oh. You're someone going new to streaming, you've done it 3 times only, and I'm always forgetting to show your art. Yeah. I have, this is episode number 157. So I still consider myself very new, because there's a lot of stuff I don't know how to do, right? I mostly keep a very simple stream that I come on here and I don't have any games or anything or characters or little animations that pop up. I know a lot of people do. Terrible camera. A lot of good stuff, you know? But hopefully, one of my biggest critiques of myself was that I would spend too much time like looking at what I was working on and trying to focus on working on something and stream at the same time and talk and respond to people. It took me a while to get comfortable with doing that. So if you like it, keep doing it. I got a couple people that come and hang out pretty regularly. We always have a good time. know, it's fun. I'm not yet doing it to get rich. Maybe one day. That'll be the day. I'll have to add some more gold here in a minute. You get distracted chatting with people and then I'm like, oh yeah, I'm supposed to be drawing. Yep. I think I was explaining this to Roguely earlier. The whole point of me doing this is to hold myself accountable so that I'm down here working on projects. The benefits are that I end up introducing a lot of people to Chainmail that have never seen it before. Excuse me. So that's always fun. And then I end up getting a lot of work done that I otherwise would not. You know? Because I can either get rid of all these, I don't know, 2 dozen to 3 dozen projects sitting around down here. I can get rid of all those and let someone else deal with them, or just get rid of them, right? Or I can try and finish them. I'd much rather try and finish them. Streaming is never a long process, no one right way to do it, and if something does not mess up once per stream, something's amiss. Exactly. If it didn't go wrong, something's wrong. Quiet here. A little too quiet. You have lots of mess ups. I have lots of mess ups. Don't even, like, that's nothing. You know? I figure I'm just streaming. I'm not doing drugs. It's just streaming. I can get through it. I have a lot of fun with it. Meet new people like all of you fine people. I got a guy that comes in here regularly, and he hangs out for a little bit, and he's from Poland. I don't know anyone from Poland except for him. You know? And he tells me all about this, like, Soviet World War II equipment that is, like, laying around his house or something. I don't know where he finds it all. Got a ton of it in his garage. Just this, like, random World War II and Cold War era Soviet equipment. I think his grandpa collected it or something. But, you know, interesting cat. Never would have ran into him otherwise. And of course, you know, it does also help me advertise my business. So that's also a bonus. Come on. I think that curve actually turned out pretty good. I wasn't sure about it going from 3 rings wide to, or 3 rings across to 2 rings wide, but it's kind of sharp in the picture. It's just short little whips back around kind of curve thing. What am I doing on? And that one is coming this way. Okay. Remember, don't be like me. Always plan out your inlays first and know how many rings of each color you need. Best chainmail advice I can give you. Trying to freehand this and then knowing that I'm going to run out of rings much sooner than what I wanted is, I mean, it's just ridiculous. Alright. Yeah. Or better advice for you would I do appreciate you watching. And never fear, you will see me make mistakes. So a lot of times, several projects now, right? I get to a point, I'm like, okay, that isn't going to work, so I'm gonna have to tear everything apart and redo it. Or like this, right? Like, you can't see the silver letters next to the gold, so I'm gonna go back through and tear a bunch of these green rings out and outline everything in black. Right? Super fun. It's not time consuming at all. It's not something I could have done beforehand. Hopefully I have learned my lesson and I will plan accordingly. Excuse me. Even when you plan out your inlay as much as you can still mess it up. Yeah, that's pretty normal. Plans aren't always perfect or anything. I'm just saying that had I done any kind of planning with this, it would probably be done and I'd be in much better shape. Get 250 rings in. Why is it slightly turned? Yeah. Exactly. We're going back through. What's a difficult one to fix? Like candy cane cord, right? Getting going on candy cane cord and finding out that, you know, one of the rings is out of place and you have to unweave everything back to that point and then reweave it. That's always a fun one. Even full Persian gets tricky to close if you screw up. I've done it, but only by the grace of God was I able to open up the rings and then connect it all back together correctly. Badly does this curve? This curve's pretty good. Okay. Oh God, no, not candy cane. You can't even wrap my mind around how to get it started. I've done it once. There's a couple like candy cane cord and pencil weave. I've done them once, I think, each of them, and I just haven't gotten back to them, right? I can do them, but I haven't been in a position where I needed to or thought that they were appropriate for whatever application I was making, right? Clearly not necklaces. Can't wrap your head around any JPL higher than 3. That I haven't done, like JPL 5 or 7. I think they go up to 13. I'd have to double check the mail site though. So it's kind of like curves down this way. I think I'm gonna be good if I just fill the rest of this in with gold and then figure out where the green starts back up again. Don't do that. Don't do that. In there. You tried it, it's no bueno. I've tried a lot of stuff. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. There's a couple of chainmail artists out there like Brilliant Twisted Skulls and Jennifer Martinez from Steampunk Garage and Blue Buddha Boutique, right? They do some stuff with rings and I'm like, I can't even conceive of how they came up with this stuff, you know? They're very talented individuals and I'm jealous. I wish I was half as cool as they are. Right. Okay. Well, everyone, it's been wonderful having you here, but it is half an hour past my bedtime. Or past when I stop streaming. I normally stop at 10. So, I do appreciate all of you hanging out. It's been awesome to meet you. I will go back through and send each of you a little follow back. Thank you for the follows. All right, let me pack everything up here. All right. And one day this will all be complete, right? There, actually. So we just did this section here, okay? Last night, we finished this part up here, just to kind of give you an idea, right? And then the other day, we did just this apostrophe section, right? And then all of this I did off stream. So, it's European 6-in-1. It takes a lot of rings, and it's gonna take a long time to get done. Which way do I want to do this way? So, at minimum an hour a night, and I will eventually have it done. I just finished up an 8,000 ring Raiders flag inlay for a friend of mine, and so this is probably 4 times that size. And that one took 60 hours on stream doing that. And so we may have, I'm gonna guess, about 200 hours to put into this remaining, maybe. I don't know. We'll figure it out. That's why I gotta work on it off stream. I can't be down here all the time. So, thank you very much, everyone, for hanging out with me. I do appreciate it. Be sure to check out MailleWerX.com for all your chainmail themed apparel and accessory needs. And I'm gonna go back through and I'm gonna send each of you a follow. I do appreciate you being here. And hopefully I will see you guys later. All right. You guys have a wonderful evening.